Hey, welcome back. And I'm back. Sorry for taking a few days off, roughly 3 or 4. It was my homecoming week from Winston State University, so shout outs to the Winston State Rams. Shout out to all my homeboys, TJ, Roger, Kevin, Hap, Lenny, Spunk, Kendrick, Kenny Leak, all my boys that were there. We had a good time. And if I didn't put anybody else in, and all my homegirls, shouts out to them too. But anyway, I'm back. A lot of stuff done happened. I want to say the other word, but of course my mother still watches this. A lot of stuff happened. Dak's had a tear off the bone. Okay, hamstring. So he's out for what? He's on injury reserve now. And it could be season ending. Which means I think we should play Trey Lance or, Cooper Rush, yeah, it'd probably give us a better, a good chance to win better, but why not just play Trey Lance? We're not, I want to stay positive, okay? But are we going to the playoffs now? Dak might not even be coming back. No. Were we going to the playoffs even if Dak was even ready to play? I don't know. The reasons why I say this is because I think the Joneses knew this was coming. Okay? Let's begin. We had 11 rotational players and starters to leave us at the end of the season last year. 11 rotational players or starters that were, and the majority of them, well, all of them were free agents. And we decided then not to sign anyone. So is that sacrificial to all of our players that are still young and that are still under contract? CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, which, like the topic, sacrificial lamb. Why sacrifice a season, okay? Why sacrifice a season when you don't have to? I think it was all a ploy to get rid of Mike McCarthy because we lost against Green Bay at home and got destroyed. So that's what this video is really about. Sacrificing our stars for 1 year to start over. All along, we thought it was all in, but all along, only thing Jerry was thinking was to sign Dak the whole time. He knew he was going to sign Dak. He knew he was going to sign CeeDee Lamb. And he's going to sign Michael Parsons to one of the biggest defensive contracts in NFL history. That is coming. So yeah, we let go 11 starters and rotational players. Dorrance Armstrong doing well for the Washington Commanders. Dante Fowler is doing well for the Washington Commanders. Biadasz, our center, is doing well for the Washington Commanders. And they've got a couple other players that's doing well. I think one of the other wide receiver that we got, that was second, third string. So we let a lot of those players go, which hurt us in depth. And it's coming back to haunt us. So again, like all my other segments, Jerry Jones didn't go out and sign players that we needed. Running backs. He wasn't going to do that. He wasn't going to sign anybody that was available because he, again, was sacrificing his season the whole time. I mean, the writing was on the wall when you don't sign depth players and you were trying to use rookies to get us by this year. That wasn't going to happen. I told you that 3 or 4 segments ago. And with that being said, he goes out and signs us a wide receiver. And that's somewhat like okay, we hear the complaints, so here's your wide receiver, Jonathan Mingo, who didn't get to really get on the field as a Carolina Panther. Now, going back to look at some of his film, he's very aggressive. High points the ball, pretty decent route runner, and runs a 4.4. So I think the reason why he didn't really shine in Carolina, to be honest with you, especially coming out of Ole Miss, if you go back and look at his tape, his film, he was Dez Bryant-esque. Very powerful after the catch runner, running over cornerbacks and sometimes linebackers. So the kid is good, or he's pretty decent. But was he enough to give up a 4th rounder? Sorry, Mom, but hell no. No, he was not a 4th rounded or 4th. He was not worth giving up, no, 4th rounded. So I know, yeah, Jerry got fleeced on that. But the reason why Jerry did that is because Jerry is hearing all the complaints. He's hearing all the pressure, him and Steven, which again, I think Steven is the mastermind behind this. So him and Steven is hearing all the complaints. And that's the reason why he went out and got Jonathan Mingo. But you know who Jonathan Mingo is? He's Ryan Flournoy. We already got that on the team. That does not get to play because of contract. That's the difference between us and the 49ers and all these other top teams that are doing well. I have to keep saying that. They play players not based on talent. They play them based on contract. Politics. And if you're more of a political team, you're just like where we at right now. 3-5, playing the Eagles. Now, do I think we could beat the Eagles? I'm going to be honest with you. With their roster, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. But Jalen Hurts ain't been playing good either. If he didn't have Saquon Barkley and his wide receivers in that offensive line, we would destroy the Eagles. But I think if Mike McCarthy can put a mastermind scheme on today's game using Trey Lance, like the Saints use their running back or their quarterback / running back and Taysom Hill. If we use him like that, I think we can stay in the game long enough to even possibly beat them. Play both. Play him and Cooper Rush. What do we got to lose? Nothing. So, guys, it's so good seeing you. Well, being back, hanging out with you again. It's been a minute. I had to take a few days off, hanging out with some friends for the Winston-Salem State Rams. Of course, we beat Fayetteville State. So, I'm back. Let's get ready for this game. What are you guys' thoughts? Leave me some comments. What do you think? You think we can pull this off? I don't know. Or it is really sacrificial lamb. As in sacrificing CD's year, Dak Prescott, and Michael Parsons. But Dak was hurt anyway. But still, you got a wide receiver that's still playing great, Pro Bowl. And you couldn't put no pieces around him. Sacrificial lamb. All right, folks. Let's get ready for the game. TJ, my boy, I'm going to see him right now. He's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I know they're going back and forth with the Commanders. So I think there was down, 21-24. The Commanders, I don't know what the outcome is right now, but I'm heading that way to hang out with him. He's still a little salty about what we did on his home field. Yeah. All right. Cowboy Nation, YDG, stand up. Talk to you after the game.